Well, as many of you saw, Shannon Sharpe got into a little bit of a pickle with the Memphis Grizzlies during the Lakers win last Friday to end that Grizzlies winning streak. Oh, I love that Lakers win so much. Anywho, Shannon Sharpe got into it with some of the Memphis Grizzlies. Ja Morant and his dad got involved. Steven Adams is a very big dude. He got involved as well. Apparently, this all started over some words exchanged between Shannon Sharpe and Dillon Brooks on Undisputed Monday morning, which will probably be the highest rated Undisputed of all time, all things considered. Shannon Sharpe issued an apology for his involvement. He said, "I preached for 6.5 years responsibility and accountability, and I take full responsibility for what transpired. It does not matter what Dillon Brooks said or how many times he said it. Me being the responsible person, me having the platform that I have, and having so many people look up to me, I was wrong. I should have lowered the temperature in the arena. Instead, I turned the temperature up, and I let it get out of hand." Shannon said one day his grandson is going to be old enough, and he's going to see what transpired in an arena. And he said, hopefully you get an opportunity to see this apology as well that he's given, because he was wrong. And he's never going to be too big to say, "I'm sorry." Never going to be too big to say that I was wrong in a situation. I was absolutely wrong. Shannon went on to apologize to the Lakers organization. He apologized to LeBron, I believe even. He definitely apologized to the Memphis Grizzlies organization multiple times. And I want to come on this platform and let me just say this. You know, look, we joked about what Shannon did, but I was very critical of Shannon. My standard for Shannon Sharpe, as somebody that I've never met before in my life, but he got OG energy. And my standard for the OGs is very high because the youngins are watching. And I know that. They watching all of us. I'm in a position of power. I do 100,000 views every day of my life. A video with my face on it is viewed over 100,000 times in this world somewhere. And look, it ain't billions upon billions, but there's a lot of power in that. I know exactly what I'm saying on camera. More importantly, I know what I'm not saying on camera. So to see a person that I got the ultimate respect for what he's been able to do post his playing career, as he's been able to be one of the first athletes ever to represent the debate desk from his perspective as a co-host on a show. He's an important big deal, and I think he's really good at what he does. I was watching closely to see if he would apologize for his actions, and he did. And I want to say this. I want to take this video somewhere else. I'm going to be honest with you guys. You know, things bother me. 98% of the time, I'm able to not say nothing about it. But there's about 2% of the time where I lose my cool. You know, there are going to be a lot of people following Shannon Sharpe's apology that say certain things about Shannon. You a sellout. Skip didn't apologize. When he did his thing about DeMar Hamlin in the tweet, he didn't apologize. The black man always got to apologize. You know, it's not Shannon Sharpe's job to deal with what Skip Bayless said or didn't say after the DeMar Hamlin tweet. Me personally, I think it shows a bigger man how Shannon Sharpe handled his situation where he believed he was wrong, and how Skip a couple weeks back handled his situation where I believed he was wrong as well. Shannon flatfoot said, "I'm sorry. I'm going to take accountability 100 times over." And to me, all it does is double down on Skip looking childish. A lot of people won't see it the way that I see it. They'll call out Shannon. They'll say things about Shannon. They'll call him a sellout and all types of things. And you know what's always funny to me? You know, I can never, ever be mad at what the internet has done. The same internet that sometimes gives opinions to people that probably shouldn't have opinions. The same internet that put me in a position to be able to feed my family day in, day out. So I can't ever play that game of saying some people shouldn't say this. They say you got to take the good with the bad, right? You got to take the good with the bad. And it does bother me deep down when I see people call out Shannon, because I'm 20. I'll be 29 in a couple weeks. I grew up, and I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. I grew up in the South being taught when you make a mistake in life, bro, you own up to it and move on and keep pushing forward. Nowadays, in the era of social media where everybody has a voice and they tell you exactly what they would do if they were in your position, even though when they have opportunities to stand for up for themselves at work, they never do it. By the way, they sit there and whatever it is, if it's a verbal abuse or whatever, seemingly they take it from their boss. But when it's somebody else's job and career, they quickly got all the advice in the world, whatever. I was taught that when you make a mistake, you own up to it and stand 10 toes down on being better from it. But nowadays, you a sellout if you're trying to keep a job that pays multi-million dollars. I don't understand that. You know, I got a partnership. I do business with the NBA. There are certain things I can't touch. There are certain things I can't say. Period. Like, I don't want to lose that. It ain't no more than that. Like, I'm one of them people, the way I think, the way I'm going kind of left here. Y'all bear with me here. The way I look at bettering people that look like me is showing them and giving back to them and investing in them. But for me to do that, I need to be in the position. I got to protect mine. Certain things I can't get involved in comments, going back and forth. Certain things I can't post on my social media that my friends can do. I live a whole different life. I got friends that'll tell me, I don't like what you post, take it down, because they already know what's at stake with me, and I love them for that. There's bigger pictures here with what I got going on, bigger visions. In my world, how I see this thing, I got to be in the position to put others in the position. So for me, yeah, I'm just going to tell y'all straight up and down, you can't call me sellout enough times. I'm going to give back to people that look like me, period. So while people call you a sellout because you apologize to keep yourself in position like Shannon did to make sure he was good with FS1 and probably to make sure he was good for them Laker tickets next time around, he said, I'm sorry, to make sure he was good and to own up to what his accountability was in that matter. For them people that call him a sellout, you ain't seen nothing yet with me. Because if selling out is keeping my position and then turning around and investing my money into young men, a lot of them that will be black young men and women, call me whatever you want. I can't even win the game. I can't even. They calling black people sellouts for apologizing. I can't even win the game. Like, why is it Shannon's a sellout because he apologized, and with Skip had his matter, why don't we call him childish for not? Why is the highlight of that, because Shannon's black, a black man, why is the highlight of that Shannon looks weaker versus Shannon looks stronger? I look at what Shannon did and I say he looks stronger. A lot of people are saying he looks weaker. That bothers me. It really does. That man went on Airways and apologized 100 times over. And that ain't got nothing to do with Skip. That's about him and what he felt deep down. He said something along the lines, now I got to answer questions. I'm going to summarize what he meant there. There are going to be people that say Shannon Sharpe was at that game out of his mind, belligerent drunk. There are going to be people that say Shannon Sharpe's been dealing with a lot with Skip Bayless. Whether it's true or not, they gotta answer them questions about Shannon because of what he did at that game. And I appreciate him for standing 10 toes down. That's how I'm rocking. You know, when I have kids, that's how we teach in eyes. You make a mistake, own up to it, and learn from it, and grow from it. And don't be too, you know, if you're married, anybody married out there, if you don't learn how to say, I'm sorry, I've been married for 7 months now, out the gate. And we've been practicing this stuff before we even got married. And, bro, a lot of our arguments go left. Some arguments are worth me keeping that I'm sorry tucked for a few days, a few weeks. But more times than not, a lot of me and wifey convos, yo, you know what? Hey, no matter what, my bad. I made you feel away, my bad. Let's do this over. I don't want to go to sleep like this on this type of energy. This ain't it. My bad. Sorry. Hey, can we get this? My bad. You know, I'm sorry. I don't got to go public with the apology because whatever thing happened between me and my wife was in our house. I know I'm just venturing off here. I'll end this video shortly. But if something happened public, I appreciate Shannon for trying to deliver the public apology in as close a format as he can with the life that he's got. So let me know in the comment section. We'll take opinions. Look, everybody has a right to say what they want. I'm never telling anybody not to give perspectives. I can't afford to lose nobody. I'm telling you my perspective, though. I gain respect for Shannon apologizing, not lose respect. Where do they do that at? And how come everybody's so big and bad when they're typing about what they'll do on the internet? And I don't really see that type of energy. Because if you had that type of energy, either you'll be the boss or fired at your job. But since he in the public domain, he can't hold on to his millions. But you don't even, never mind. I'm out.